This video will show you how acting as if can absolutely transform your life. I'm going to share with you ways that you can apply it today so that you start to get the results that you want. Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the power of acting as if, how you can apply it, and why I'm really inspired to make this video. So yesterday, while I was cooking my dinner, I was watching a documentary on Netflix, and it's kind of like a documentary. It's a behind-the-scenes look of Jim Carrey when he was portraying the eccentric comedian Andy Kaufman. Now, the interesting thing was that this was something that was kind of packed up for years, and it's like finally coming out now. And what Jim Carrey did, who's like an amazing actor, is he embodied Andy Kaufman even when the set wasn't going on. He literally lived as if he was Andy Kaufman. He would go around in between sets, and if anybody referred to him as Jim, he just wouldn't respond to them. He embodied this character so much that he would go home and he would act like him. He'd wake up, he'd constantly be thinking, how would Andy be thinking? And in reality, he was thinking, how would I be thinking? Because I am Andy Kaufman from his perspective. Now, of course, it's a very eccentric look at, something you could do to really embody some type of character. But the interesting thing is that he literally, and he mentioned this, now this is going to sound kind of woo-woo, but he said that, it's back in the 80s and the 90s when this is very woo-woo, is the idea that he felt like he was channeling Andy Kaufman because Andy Kaufman passed away. And that was his perspective, and he literally felt like he was embodying it. Now the funny thing is that there were other actors that knew Andy Kaufman that were just so emotionally touched because they felt like when they were talking to him that he really was him. Like it was just so real. Now, the reason, what this inspired for me to do is to explain some of the things I've learned when it comes to acting and how actors, feel from acting as if that's who they are and how that leaks into the rest of their day. So somebody even like, this is an old school actor, I'm not sure if you guys know who he is, but Jimmy Stewart, who was, I think Mr. Washington, or Someone Goes to Washington, what other movies was he in? There was this movie he was in, and he's an old-time actor, really good. He was asked one time, what was the favorite movie that you've ever filmed? There was a movie where he was some type of, like a regular guy that was like considered crazy. And what he could do is he could see this gigantic bunny that nobody else could see. And the movie was like a comedy movie. I remember watching it years ago. And what was it called, Carvey or something? I forget exactly what it is, or Harvey. I think it was called Harvey. And anyways, what happened is he was asked, what is your favorite movie that you've done? He's done a whole bunch of movies, and his favorite movie that he ever did, I think he was also in the movie Vertigo, side note. One of the favorite movies he ever did, he said, was that Harvey movie, because he felt so free. He felt like he wasn't attached to any perspective. He felt like he was just able to really just express himself, and he wasn't attached to anything. And he said that was his favorite movie to film because of that. I always kind of remember that, because even though I watched that years ago, I thought that was very interesting. Now there's also tales of different actors who've played very angry villains who've said that affected their emotional state of being. If they had to go to work every day and pretend to be this very angry person, that would leak and take an emotional strain on their body. Look at somebody like Leonardo DiCaprio from the movie Revenant, for example, where he played like this very emotionally, and it took a big toll on his body. Something like that, I guarantee you, affected his days, and I think I remember hearing him talk about it. So all of these different ways of being are very influencing on how we are being, and what we can begin to do is know how we can become the best version of ourselves. Now, I'm not saying that for this. What you have to do is you have to, construct this perfect character in your mind, and you have to become that. What I am saying is you can enhance certain parts of yourself that you prefer, and you can kind of disassociate from parts that you don't prefer. Now, this is what Jim Carrey said at some point. When the director was trying to talk to him in the beginning of the documentary, kept calling him Jim. He goes, why do you keep calling me Jim? He's like, I'm Andy. And then he's like, yeah, I need you to go and pretend like you're Andy and go like this. He's like, why are you talking about me like I'm not even here? You know what I mean? Like it was like this funny interaction, but he was really solidifying and identifying himself as Andy, and he was disassociating himself from Jim. Now, you can disassociate from parts of yourself that you no longer prefer by knowing that you could just simply let them go. You can associate yourself as taking on some of the qualities of how you prefer to be, some of the values of how you prefer to be. Now, an easy way to apply this is to first off have a vision for the best version of yourself. What is that? Me, I view myself as someone with a strong work ethic because I love to work. I love what I do. I love creating videos. I love editing videos. I love posting videos. I love creating a business. I love being an entrepreneur. All of these things are things that I love to do. And because I see myself as that, it's very easy for me to move towards. Now, what I did do is months ago, back in February, when I wasn't making a video a day, I disassociated from my old self-image. That was no longer who I was. I disassociated from just, sitting around and thinking that one day, hopefully, things will happen. I disassociated from a lot of characteristics of procrastination, and by disassociating from them and not seeing myself no longer as that, it changed everything. So what I encourage you to do is to first off imagine the best possible version of yourself and start to associate with more of those qualities. If you practice it every day, almost like imagine you are acting as if. Imagine you're an actor and you are going to embody the best version of yourself. Imagine yourself right now. What would you be doing in the best version of yourself? Imagine what you'd be doing for a living. Imagine how people would respond to you. Imagine the kind of tonality you'd have, the kind of body language. How would you carry yourself? Imagine all of these things. Imagine the kind of conversations you'd have with people, the daily habits you'd have, the kind of books that you would read. Imagine all of these things. And then, for a certain period every day, act as if that is who you are. Now, this is the power of acting as if. As you act as if, imagine this in the form of frequency. Now, I know that sounds woo-woo, but I talk on my channel about vibration. It's something quantum physics is showing us. It's something that's very powerful for understanding that everything in physics and everything in life is pretty much just vibrating at different levels, and that's why we perceive things as separate. The idea, though, is that the more we think, feel, and act as if that is who we are, the more we are resonating with that reality, and the more that will become who we are. The more we will start to see the external begin to reflect that. There's a lot of celebrities, there's a lot of, Olympic gold medalists that have said that from the feeling of visualization, they were able to feel like they'd won first place, they were able to feel like they got that record deal, they were able to feel like they were living that kind of celebrity lifestyle. What I'm saying is that through visualization, through this kind of process, you can learn to start to associate that with being you. Now, the power, though, is in following this up with taking action. I'm a big, strong believer in action. I know not everyone agrees with me with this, but I just do it because it's what I've learned from my own personal experience. I've taken massive action. Now, I take inspired action because I love taking action, because I love what I do. So, if you don't love the job that you have, I totally get it. What I would recommend is you finding your passion and seeing and finding ways that you can monetize it. Do it within the own grips of your belief system. Always honor your belief system, but push past it if that's what you want to do. But understand that that's where the power really is. So this is something that you can apply starting today. You can change how you think, how you act, and how you feel. And I actually created a MP3 guided meditation that helps you reprogram your subconscious mind to change these three things: how you think, how you act, and how you feel. And if you listen to that before you go to bed, you'll find that it has a very powerful effect over your life. Understand that when you go to bed at night, you are drifting into deeper brainwave states of activity, therefore influencing the subconscious mind in a powerful way. So that's something you can download below. It'll be in the very top of the description box, and it will show you exactly how to do that. You just follow along with my voice. Now, this is something I think is so powerful. Begin to embody the best version of yourself. Understand that your personality creates your personal reality. There's nothing wrong with changing parts of your personality that no longer serve you. If you procrastinate, you don't always have to say, I'm just a procrastinator, this is just who I am. Begin to disassociate from that, associate with how you prefer to be. Walk around your house with the body language that you prefer. Walk around and imagine the kind of conversations you'd have, and the more that you do this, the more that you find that this becomes a part of just who you are. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. The way YouTube does things now is that you actually have to turn on notifications for you to see my daily videos that I do. So feel free to turn on post notifications, turn on notifications for the video so that you can see those daily videos. And other than that, I will see you guys on the next vid. Peace, much love, namaste.